being this jerk. I'm 65 years old and I don't want to live my life like that. Do you like the companies that make the technology that force you to be that guy? Do you love those people who make you be that guy? You tolerate them because there's nothing better, just like we tolerated that Wayne word processor. Is it natural? No. Here's the key thing. Is there anything that is possible to do on the phone, in hardware or software, that will prevent you from being that guy? And I would argue the answer is probably no. No matter how good you are, the most perfect, beautifully designed software interface, interaction language, the whole thing, the buttons, Jared, you can get your fingers on it, you can do it with your nose and it still works. It's perfectly designed for touch. The nose phone interface, so patent that quickly. The point is this, you can't fix it because you're approaching it wrong. Let me give you an alternative way. I'm still on the phone. Get rid of him. Bring the sun. Got off the train. I program my phone where I want to go, and then I put my phone in my pocket, and we're walking along together, and since I'm deaf, she's able to talk to me, and I'm able to listen to her because I can see her because my eyes are free. And it's great. You just don't know what we're talking about, unless you know how to sign. Now, just so you know, what my phone did is it said, hey, look on the upper right-hand corner of the advertisements around the station, and you'll see a red light blinking like that, in the upper left-hand corner, sorry. And just look around the ads. Oh, there it is, follow the dot. When I get close to the dot gives a little blink to the side to tell me what direction to start looking to the next place. And so it's like a lighthouse. I follow the dots to get to where I'm going. The dots are on the displays that are in the ecosystem already there because the advertisers want to be where I am. The advertiser is going to pay for it because I get my eyes freed up so I can actually look at the ads and they've paid all this money to do that. In fact, on the advertising side of things, we've turned everything completely upside down. Instead of a really annoying pop-up application on my, instead of a really obnoxious pop-up ad on my mobile application, I have a pop-up application on the ad. The advertisers that deliver this capability that lets me not be that guy are doing me a favor. And as I walk along, away I go. So it says, oh, just a sec. You've got to change the business model of advertising. You've got to change who puts the infrastructure in to make this stuff happen. How do you make the codes? Because that's actually not a very good design. I'm not advocating this is the correct solution. What I'm saying is, if when you're looking at problems, and you don't look at them in the larger social, cultural, technological, and political, economic ecosystem, if the solutions, when I say do 5 meaningfully distinct alternatives, if they're not as different from each other as this is from that, we're not pushing, we're way too conservative. This is about how I play the ecosystem. And it's about the society of devices cooperating to form a culture that we all actually get something out of. Every stakeholder can win if you design the economic model with the technological model and you leverage the devices. But the key thing is we need to have the security right, the networks right, and all these other things correct. But the alternative to not doing that is we all collapse. And this also means don't need tracking. There's no cookies, there's nothing. Because my eyes are there. I can make it completely anonymous. Disappear. It's just a thought. But it's more than a thought, it's a way of thinking. That's called design thinking. It's a way of holistic design thinking. It looks beyond the device, beyond the gadget, beyond the material, and beyond even the social part. It looks at the whole thing. And if we don't have those skills in our organizations, then we're probably going to suffer for it in terms of suboptimal designs. And so the question always is, how do you design the team? What are the skill sets that we need to populate our practices with so that we can actually start to take advantage and not be run over by a perfect storm when this society crisis gets overwhelming, but actually you can wrestle it down and it becomes fantastic, because some storms are beautiful, right? If you're prepared, storms are beautiful. Nature's wonderful, and that's our job, make it happen. Piaget says that intelligence is the ability of an organism to adapt to a changing environment through the process of assimilation and competition. The whole thing. Adaptability, another verb, to a changing ecosystem. That's intelligence. Intelligent design is design that helps us adapt to the inevitable changes that are happening right now. That means to be intelligent, we have to monitor and understand those changes, just like your children coming back. It's not about great usability, great interaction design, or even great experience. As professionals, we should be able to deliver great interaction, design, and usability, and great value. That's our job. What we need to aspire for is going beyond that and hitting it right at the cultural level, at the quality of life, the style of life. And that says, what are your values? And here's the closing point. We're at a point, we're approaching a point where we can build anything we want if we're determined to do so. And so the only relevant question, or not only, the most relevant question is, now that we can build anything, what should we build? Not what's Apple building. We have to think on our own, and we need to have some cultural guide. Something that says, what makes me Brazilian? What makes me Canadian? What makes me like my family? What's important to me? That question was asked the other day. Most important question. What's important to you? If you can't answer that, how can you design for it? And you have to understand for the culture of your society at every level, from the individual right up to the space. And with that, I say thank you very much, and we'll see you.